Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. It's Monday, the day after Salernitana 1, Juventus 2 con il gol vittoria di Dusan Vlahovic with the winning goal of Dusan Vlahovic, but it's also the day after the end of the first round, which means that the first round has been totally completed. And now, of course, focus on the second round, the return games, that will be extremely difficult. But we have to say that after match day 19, we, Juventini, can be extremely happy, extremely proud because we are there. At -2 of the super favorite, super strong Inter, +7 over Milan, but especially +14 over the fifth one. If Juventus at the end of this season will be out of the top 4, I will not be able, honestly, to explain you what happened in that second round. A total harakiri, which is at the moment absolutely not planned. So we already started doing our job, which I'm extremely super happy about. You know it, the day after videos are longer because we go inside the game, what happened, what did well, what didn't go well, where we have to improve, so we always take our time to do it. And I have to say thank you to you because a lot of you are really interested in this video. You stay super long. That means that you are enjoying what I'm trying to explain you. But this one might be even longer. Why? Because I want to start speaking about something else. I want to speak about the environment that is at the moment really, you can feel it, you can read it, you can watch it, you see it. We are speaking about the environment, the toxic environment that has been again created in Serie A. Am I pissed off? Honestly, no. I'm happy. I'm extremely happy that the toxic environment is back. Why? Because when there is toxic environment in Serie A, it's because Juventus is there. Because Juventus is competing. No, I don't know if we will win the Scudetto. No, I don't know how long we will compete. Maybe it will end at match day 20. Maybe it will end at match day 25. Maybe we will go all in. I have no idea. But feeling that toxic environment back, it makes me extremely happy. Because yes, there are big, huge differences on the field between Inter, a total complete team, and a Juventus that had so much to improve. There are huge differences, but there, if we are analyzing the first 19 match days, well, everything, the big difference is only one thing. Thomas Henry, that is missing his penalty at 95th. Otherwise, we would have been both of the team at 46 points after match day 19, which would be total crazy. But I want to speak about that toxic environment. After that long video, let me say thank you. Let me ask you to subscribe to the channel to continue to put a maximum light because now we start. Speaking of first about other things, about Dean Huijsen that yesterday played 45 minutes in the second half of Roma. What a player. What a player. What a player. Playing in Olimpico is not easy at all. Absolutely not easy at all. He did it being cold, like with the maturity of a guy, fantastic. Playing vertical a lot of time. He had the ball, one touch, two touch, long balls. Never playing with back passes. A player that, you know it, how much I loved him. He's doing it now at Roma, showing it. I'm sure that in 2-3 games, he's an undiscussed starter in the team of Jose Mourinho. Why am I speaking about Dean Huijsen, that is a Roma player? Because probably we're missing Dean Huijsen. I would have loved that he received a bit more opportunities at Juve, but we will come back on that when we will go and speak about the game, because if there is something that we have to improve, is that left side of our three-man defense. Even if yesterday Dean played on the right side. Anyway, today is the birthday of Manu Locatelli. I did an interview with him this year in 2023, which is, according to me, still one of my preferred one. Not necessarily my preferred one, but one of my preferred one. Super happy because in that interview, and not that I needed it, but he was able to transmit me so much Juventinità. It was really contagious, and I love that. So happy birthday to Manu Locatelli. Yesterday, I don't know if you noticed it or not, but there are some players in the football world that when they are scoring, they are auto-celebrating themselves, showing the name of their shirts. Well, yesterday, we had a guy that was celebrating by the others, by Nonje, that is showing actually the name of Dusan Vlahovic, saying that's the guy, that's him, he is him. And these are beautiful. I prefer when people are celebrating me than when I have to celebrate myself. So that's really beautiful. I don't know if you notice it. And then I wanted, before entering into that toxic environment, to speak about another beautiful moment yesterday. Our Juventus Women that was able to beat in Supercoppa title holders of Coppa Italia against Scudetti holders Roma. Juventus Women was able to win 2-1. Congratulations to them. And no, don't try to look on Gazzetta dello Sport to read and inform yourself about how the game went, because you will find 0.0. Not even a small line about the triumph of Juventus Women over Roma yesterday. Zero. Not on the front page and not even in the 50 pages of the pink paper. This is totally disgusting. We want to improve our movement, our football in Italy. We want to invest in youth, or at least us, the supporters. We want to see a more beautiful calcio. We want also our movement with women that is growing, because in the other parts of the world they are growing. Our own media, they don't find in 50 pages the time to just say congratulations Juventus Women. Zero. Disgusting. So let's go now to yesterday and to the environment in Serie A. You know it, we won 1-2. But I want to go back to something else. Something unique is happening, but something extremely unique is happening. It's the very first time, I tell you, the very first time where supporters from other teams, I read what they are writing online, and they are also contacting me. They are telling me, Beppe, we want, if we are obliged to choose, Juve to win over Inter. We hate Juve, but we want Juve to win over Inter. If there is someone between Inter and Juve that needs to go and win the Scudetto, we want that it is Juve. Not because they love Juve, but because it's too much, because it's too evident, because what is happening in the first 19 games of Serie A, it's too big, and people, they start to realize it. It's not only the fans, it's also the journalists on Italian television, on Italian shows, on debates that are starting to question themselves. They are starting to ask important questions. Why is this happening? What is happening? Why so many benefits for Inter? And then I'm not here to make a video about excuses. Excuses is for losers. Juventus is not losing. Today we are not looking at excuses. Today we are speaking about facts. Because I am tired. I am sincerely tired to every time shut up because I'm a Juventino, because I can't complain, I can't cry, because anyway, we received years ago the label of you are the thieves. Whatever you win, how much you win, how you are winning it, we don't care. You are and you will forever be the thieves of Italy. They're always telling you that in 2006 we bought some games, which is absolutely not true, because never, and I repeat, never, these games has been an evidence that they were bought. Never. They even said there was no game bought by Juve. But anyway, they don't care. They will repeat it until the end of their life that Juventus are thieves. Why is it? I have no idea. Maybe because we are the biggest winner in Serie A. Could be. But now, journalists, and it's really strange that these things are happening, and fans that are not Inter fans are starting to tell you something strange is happening. And when you complain as a Juventino, the first attack that you will receive is, yes, but Juventus received a huge benefit in 23-24. Iling-Junior didn't or was not whistled a penalty against when he did that foul on Doye against Bologna, Matchday 2, which is correct. The referee should have whistled there. We said it on the channel, we were dubious, we checked it, and I believe we were really open to say this should have been a penalty. But it looks like people, the same people that remember really well what happened in Juve Bologna, they totally omit. They forget to mention that that game was totally crazy. Do you remember that push in the box on Chiesa? And then when we watched the other side, it was not only a push on the back of Chiesa, but also touch by hand. The same game, the touch of the defender with a hand, open hand on the assist of Weah. Then we saw a goal that was cancelled to Dusan Vlahovic because apparently Rabiot was in the way, obstructing the visual of the goalkeeper, where we saw Skorupski that was absolutely not obstructed. But these kind of things, they totally forget. They go only on one episode, the only episode, that is Juve Bologna, no penalty given for Bologna. And that's the only thing that they are able to tell you. Yeah, of course, they will come with yesterday, Gatti should have received the red, while Gatti is first taking the ball, and then he's retracting his foot because he doesn't want to touch the player. It's touching it, and that's correct that it's a foul, and a yellow card that has been given, and he will miss the next game against Sassuolo next weekend. So it's correct, but they will show you these kind of manipulated frame images that are showing it. Then, if you go on Italian television, you go and you see 5 episodes, but I can tell you even more of Inter. Do you remember? We spoke about them in the video of yesterday or 2 days ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with even Rocky, that is the official referee designator is telling you, yeah, last time it was a goal from Arnautovic that had to be cancelled because there is a two-hand push on the player. One. Now, yes, it should have been cancelled, the goal of Fratesi. Why? Because before that, there is that elbow on the player from Verona. But how many times do we have to question ourselves about how many benefits they receive this season? Just be honest. I don't care. Because I always told you there are benefits for you, there are things that are going against you. And this happens every single time in football. It's leveling, or it should level themselves at a certain moment. But what I'm asking is not that we don't make any mistakes anymore, but at least that we have at a certain moment a level and that we try to be equal for everyone. And the journalists are also asking themselves, how is it possible that Barella in Verona, so the day before, is taking the ball with both hands after the whistle of the referee and is putting him super far away in sign of protest and he doesn't receive a yellow card, where the day after, Adrien Rabiot, for not the same gesture, because he's not even going that crazy on protest, he's just putting the ball away, clearing the ball after the whistle, he's receiving a yellow card. Why is that? We are asking, and these questions are asked by also referees, ex-referees like Cesari. Because you tell me, Beppe, but it's just a yellow card. Stop, move on, we go on. And no, because if you are looking at this season only, Inter only 24 yellow cards, Juve equal to Lecce 50 yellow cards. Most booked team Juventus, less booked teams Inter. You tell me, yeah, but who cares about the yellow card? It's important because Barella, he should have been banned for the next game because he has already 4 yellow cards. And then it's changed. While we will receive our yellow cards correctly, correctly. Some not correct, but a lot of them correctly. We receive them, and then we are missing players for the next game, like McKennie that will not play, like Gatti that will not play, like Rabiot that was already suspended, and so on and so on, like Locatelli that didn't play now. You see? And then that's alternating, especially for a team like Juventus that yesterday had to play with 5 players only, field players on the bench. And they are telling us, also Rocky's telling us, yes, the VAR committed a mistake. It's not the first time. Now we will be sent in Serie B. And then we stop speaking about environment and toxicity because I want to go really towards the game of yesterday. But that's the last thing I'm asking myself. You know what they are doing in Italy? When a referee is committing a few mistakes, when it's repetitive, they are sending him in Serie B. What does that mean? Why? Why are they sending them in Serie B? What does that mean? That they can do mistakes in second division? That second division, if you do mistake, it's not important, where you have teams in financial difficulties that are fighting to go in first division? For me, it's not correct. Then you tell me, yeah, but they need to continue to exercise themselves, and I'm okay. But first, you go towards a school again. You go to learn, you go to educate. You educate the referee that did mistakes, and then you send them in Serie B. And when they prove themselves, they can go up again, promoted. That's the way to do. Not just Serie B and okay, it's fine. No, these are the things that I don't agree with. Anyway, let's speak about the game of yesterday with all the pages that are putting Dusan Vlahovic on the first page. Capa tosta, testata di Vlahovic al 91esimo, the goal with a header, a big header from Dusan Vlahovic at the 91st. It's actually the remontada of Juve against Salerno. The remontada, speaking about it, ragazzi, this is something that Juventus was not able to do last year. From the moment that we conceded a goal first, we knew it. It was over. Basta, ciao, we lost the game. Or with a miracle, we were able maybe to equalize it, but winning it after conceding a goal, well, it didn't happen that much. And that's already an improvement versus Allegri 2.0 the first season, Allegri 2.0 the second season, which makes me happy. Gazzetta dello Sport, bella forza, really beautiful strength. And that's true, with Vlahovic is bringing back Juve to the -2 of Inter. And then we see the third page, Corriere dello Sport, is saying Heart Juve. Heart Juve, why? I have no idea. But they are saying non molla mai. They are never giving up. Yesterday, I made a tweet right after a triple whistle. I said, if they believe, I believe. If they don't give up, I don't give up. Forza Juve. Well, a few moments later, Dusan Vlahovic goes in front of the microphones of DAZN and he's saying, we don't give up. We will give everything until the end, fino alla fine. Then we will see game by game how it will go. But of course and obviously, and you will see it, we don't give up and we will never give up. This is what I needed. I needed to see the players that told me, Beppe, you said it. If we don't give up, you don't give up. If you see that we believe in it, you will continue to believe. This is what I wanted to hear. Like also the management yesterday. Look at the reaction of Giovanni Manna with Giuntoli that were celebrating that goal at the 91st because they knew the importance of it. Why? Because look at the ranking. We just spoke about it. -2, 46 points for a team that last year had so much difficulties on and off the field. It was impossible to believe it. Did we want to see in a lot of games better football? Yeah, we wanted. Did we want to improve? Yes, we wanted. And is everything now complete and we are the best team in the world? Absolutely not. And one of the examples is that, yes, there are things that we improved, but look at the goals that we are conceding. It's every time the replica. And yesterday when we were live, I was telling you about a replica goal that we receive against Frosinone, against Monza, against Inter, and it's always from that side, and that's not okay. We had a defensive stability. We are improving in way of playing, in pass accuracy, and I will tell you in a second. But there we are lacking and it's dangerous. And every time that they are going that side, and a lot of teams that are attacking only on that side, like Napoli, for example, that was not able to score, we are in danger. And this is something that we have to improve as fast as possible, especially if we are a team that is absolutely not ashamed to say we are a balanced team, that when we have to give the ball to the others, we are giving it. If we need to defend first, we defend first. So we are not ashamed to take that status at the moment. Can we do better? Yeah, but that's what we are. So if this is the team that we are, I'm expecting excellence, and that you can do a mistake one time, it can happen. But that you repeat the same mistake there, which should be your strength, then I start to be worried. And one of the men that we are pointing with the finger is Danilo, and especially also Kostic on that left side. Because since Danilo is back from his injury, we were all saying, he is in difficulties. He is in difficulty, and especially on that left side of the field, we would love to see him on the right if he has to play, or on the bench until he's back, or on the right side, but not on the left, because on the left we are suffering. Yesterday, and that's really beautiful, Capitano, Danilo, he went in front of the microphone and he said, I need to admit my faults. Since I'm back from injury, I have been struggling to find my best condition. Fortunately, I have very skilled teammates. These are the words of someone that is accountable, of a captain. I love that. He's acknowledging, yes, I'm not at my 100%. I'm not doing what I want to do, what is in my head. I'm sorry for that. Luckily, we have strong teammates. Yesterday, Kostic had also some difficulties there in the beginning of the game. We were playing a different football yesterday, a 3-4-3 that I will show you in a second, but Kostic was, according to me, the worst of the game. The good thing is that Allegri understood it, and we'll come back to what Allegri did really well yesterday. How did we play yesterday? That 3-5-2 that a lot of people are hating? No. The first half we are playing a 3-4-3. That is totally different as the 3-5-2 that we are always using, especially when the opponent has the ball. We knew it up front. We would have had the dominance, the control, the ball possession. So we start with a different formation that can surprise Salernitana. A 3-5-2 with Kostic super wide, with McKennie that was going wide, with Weah a bit more advanced. This is what happened at the end of the first half. It was working in ball possession, yes. In pass accuracy, yes. But not in everything, because this is what we were able to see. We were playing slow, extremely slow. And you know what it is? And yesterday I said it in the live. It looks like a baby that needs to do something that they are not 100% sure that they can do. They are at the first test and they are trying. And so to make it sure that it's working well, like for example, writing their names. In the beginning, you don't go fast because you have to think about it. First, it's the G, then it's the I, then it's the U, then it's the S. Giuseppe. Small. Step by step. I want to be correct. I don't want to forget a letter. Well, this is Juventus. They had to do the game. They know that if we are doing it like that, we are not used to it. So let's do it slow so that we don't make mistakes. And yesterday you will see the pass accuracy that increased. Unfortunately, we were predictable and super slow. So Juventus needs to be much better in that. And it's not a coincidence that Max Allegri yesterday at the 25th minute was saying, we need to move the ball faster. I want to see more 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Move the ball faster, which Juventus in the first half were absolutely not able to do. We understood it, and that's what Max Allegri is doing at the 46th minute. He's making me Pepe happy. because he's putting Rugani and Gatti, Rugani and sorry, he's putting Rugani and Iling-Junior in with Kostic and Gatti out. I have to say that I'm happy for one reason, because against Genoa, I was not happy at all with the coach. I blame the coach for that one for one reason. When you have that margin over the third one, you need to try, you need to test, you need to have the balls to say, if we lose, we lose. But at least we try all in, which we didn't do against Genoa, and we did today. He did it. He did it, and especially Iling-Junior changed that game. I will tell you, and I wrote it yesterday on Twitter, according to me, there is nobody that has more impact than Iling-Junior entering from the bench and changing the game when you are led, when you have to equalize first, or when you have to win if you are equal in the last minutes of the game. Iling-Junior is able to enter the game immediately and to create things out of nowhere. The impact that that young 2003 born English player has is incredible. What does that mean? That we have to play now Iling-Junior every single game? No, because he needs to improve when the game is 0-0 in the beginning of the game. How to do the double face, up and down, giving support in the back, but also improving up. Being focused, not missing everything, because yesterday after the goal he missed a lot of things as well when he was trying to do it. But Iling-Junior in this kind of game is the perfect weapon. So I understand that he's entering and changing the game, and I was extremely happy for Iling. Extremely happy. By the way, speaking about young players, it is the third player born after 2003 that was able to score. Juventus is the second team in all top leagues that has 3 players after 2003 born that were able to score. Miretti, Iling-Junior, Yildiz. The first team is Barcelona that has 4. Crazy. Now, yesterday we saw the evolution. 70% ball possession, especially also after a certain moment Salernitana was playing with 10 men. 70% ball possession. Accuracy, nearly 90%. 83% in opposition halls. But also there, 18 attempts for Juve. Only 3 on target. So what do we have to improve? Our defense. Our left side, that needs to be much better because it's starting to be a problem. Playing faster, putting velocity. Also there, having a better shot accuracy. This needs to be better. It's not possible against Salernitana, even if they were forming a wall and they were closing everything, that your first shot on target is arriving at the 63rd minute. That's not acceptable. This is not possible. You have to do much better on that aspect. What is doing better? I told you, the fact that we are now able to win even if we are led on the score. 1. Pass accuracy increased. Different way of playing. We start to see some build-ups. So I see a Juventus that is much better than last year. The big difference, of course, between Inter, and I said it first, is you have an Inter that is almost perfect, that is winning the game, or they were winning the game. And that word were is super important. They were winning the game with an easiness that was incredible. Well, in the last few games, they are still winning, but they are a bit more shaky. While Juventus, every single game that you win, it looks like a battle. It looks like at the end you have no breath anymore. You have sweated all the drops of your body. And that's the big difference. So we need to suffer every single game, while the other one, until a few games ago, they were winning with a big easiness, which shows also the strength of the Nerazzurri. Now, thanks to the fact that we won against Salernitana in Coppa Italia, Juventus will play on Thursday against Sassuolo. That's important. In our home, Coppa Italia game if we want to go to the semi-final, playing against Roma or Lazio. And then we play in the weekend against Sassuolo. Sassuolo that at the moment was the only team that was able to beat us in 23-24, so pay attention to them. And especially because we will play again against them, but this time without McKennie and without Gatti. Let's see. Ragazzi, I told you that it would have been a long video, 24-minute video. The first part about the environment, let me know. The second part about the game, let me know what you thought. Grazie, forza, Juve.